Join me as I put my dog to the test to see if they really apologize when they've done something wrong. So, do dogs really apologize to us? I mean, we've all seen those adorable videos of a dog hanging its head in shame or giving us the puppy dog eyes after it's done something naughty. But is that really an apology, or is it just a clever trick to get us to forgive them? Today we're going to dive into the world of canine behavior and communication to find out what's really going on. You'd be surprised how many dog owners out there believe that their furry friends can apologize. We've all been guilty of attributing human-like qualities to our pets, and apologizing is definitely one of them. We've all seen those memes where a dog is sitting with its head hung low, surrounded by destroyed shoes and furniture, with a caption that says, "Sorry, not sorry." But is there any truth to this notion? Do dogs actually have a concept of apologizing, or are we just projecting our own emotions onto them? In fact, many of us have been conditioned to believe that our dogs can apologize because of the way they behave when we scold them. We might see our dog lower its head, tuck its tail between its legs, or even give us a little nuzzle. And because we're wired to respond to these behaviors with affection and forgiveness, we assume that our dog is apologizing. But what if I told you that these behaviors might not be an apology at all, but rather a response to our own body language and energy? The confusion around dog apology stems from our lack of understanding of canine behavior and communication. We tend to humanize their actions and assume that they think and feel the same way we do. But the truth is, dogs communicate in a completely different way than humans do. They use body language, vocalizations, and scent marking to convey their emotions and intentions. So, if we want to understand whether dogs can really apologize, we need to tap into their unique language and way of thinking. Dogs are highly attuned to our emotions and energy, and they can pick up on even the slightest changes in our body language. When we scold or punish them, they can sense our negative emotions and respond accordingly. This might manifest as a lowering of their head, a tucking of their tail, or even a submissive posture. But is this really an apology, or is it simply a way for them to avoid our negative energy and regain our affection? In the wild, dogs don't have a concept of apologizing or seeking forgiveness like humans do. Instead, they rely on instinct, dominance, and submission to navigate their social hierarchies. When a dog submits to a more dominant pack member, it's not apologizing. It's simply acknowledging its place in the hierarchy. So, if we're going to understand whether dogs can apologize, we need to separate their natural behaviors from the ones we've conditioned them to exhibit. According to experts in canine behavior, dogs don't have a cognitive understanding of apology or forgiveness. They can't conceive of the complex emotions and moral judgments that underlie human apologies. Instead, their behaviors are driven by instinct, habituation, and conditioning. When a dog behaves in a way that we perceive as apologetic, it's often because we've inadvertently reinforced that behavior through positive reinforcement or attention. In one study, researchers found that dogs were more likely to exhibit submissive behaviors when they sensed their owner's negative emotions. This suggests that dogs are responding to our energy and body language rather than actually apologizing for their actions. Another study showed that dogs can pick up on subtle cues in our tone of voice and facial expressions and adjust their behavior accordingly. This means that when we scold our dogs, they're not apologizing. They're simply trying to avoid our negative energy and regain our affection. So, what does this mean for dog owners like us? It means that we need to be more aware of how we're communicating with our dogs and how they're interpreting our emotions and energy. By recognizing the nuances of canine behavior and communication, we can build stronger, more empathetic relationships with our furry friends. And who knows, we might even learn to recognize when they're really trying to apologize and when they're just trying to get out of trouble. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of canine behavior and communication. If you've got a dog that you think can apologize, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about dog behavior and psychology, be sure to check out my next video on decoding your dog's body language.